had just been over in England playing the Hemsby and seeing how important this equipment, kids who could hardly speak English knew about this equipment, and I didn't.
I think that this is probably the most complete, if not one of the most complete recording studios of this time period. You know, Mike Locker, Mike Stand's original mic cords. I mean, really like original everything.
Really, that Ampex, the Ampex 350, it's a great sound. You know, even if you're not a recording person, you may not know, but your ears will tell you that's a nice sound, you know. The songs that have come out of the event records, particularly I think Baby Baby, and others too, Rollin' Pin Mem, that Al and Dick Greeley recorded in Westbrook, in the rockabilly world, you know, they're definitely factored into the hits, you know.
Because when we started the event, the 78s were still being sold and distributed, and 45s were coming on. Because the artist was selling out of the trunk of their cars or buses, we made 78 RPMs and 45. One was Charlie Bailey, the first one, and the second one was Hal Lone Pine, which was Harold Bro, the father of Lenny Bro.
My guitar player Matt introduced us all to Al Hawks, and we went out to his place here in Westbrook. And Al had a lot of great original source material, played like Lenny Bro tapes of him at 14 noodling in the studio. And I was looking around, and I had recently been trying to make these from scratch because everybody was throwing them away. And I was like, Al, where's all the good gear? Where's all the great stuff?
This is similar to the same stuff they were using at Sun Studios or the Norman Petty recording studios. It was the state-of-the-art equipment at that point in time.
When Event folded in 61, 62, somewhere around there, this equipment could have just been stuck in a closet, never used again, but Dick still recorded in his basement on all this gear. And so he kept it up and running.
My dad, Richard Greeley, along with Al Hawks, started Event Records back in the 1950s.
Our father passed away, and one of his wishes before he had passed away was that his studio equipment would stay intact. He was thinking more or less like a museum or something like that. He never imagined somebody would actually utilize it and reuse it and had the same feeling about it as he did. You know, it's a baby to him. Luckily, my sister here contacted Al and got us in contact with Todd and his group. And, yeah,
it's
great.
Really nice to see it. Somebody with that same passion that Dad have in Todd that will continue on, you know, that legacy.
Dick Greeley's family met him after Dick did pass away, and they saw Todd kind of ruffling through things and, oh, this goes to that, these, I would do this and that. They knew that the match was right, and it definitely is because, you know, I can tell Todd really has a love for every nut and bolt in there.
It's pretty special to have it here in Portland, Maine at Acadia.
Not only is this stuff as complete as it was in the late 50s and in the early 60s when Al and Richard were running the label and running this stuff, but there's a person behind this stuff. There's two people behind this, you know, and that's like even more merit to know that it's like it's not just a museum. It still works, you know, 60 years on, and to know that it will continue and that it's found the right home, and that I'm lucky enough to steward this stuff for a while, you know. We are good whenever you guys are ready.
Okay.
She's a real gone, baby, baby, baby. She's a real cool, baby, baby, baby. She's my ever-loving baby, baby, baby. I want my baby, baby, baby. I want my baby, baby, baby all the time.
It's like a live performance. You're here with the bass player right next to you and the singer and the drummer in the same room, and so you feed off them, and the energy is fantastic when you record live.
It's much more of an organic way as opposed to the whole attitude of, oh, we'll fix it in the mix, you know. Do it right the first time, you know. There's no shortcuts on the road with no end.
I want my baby, baby, baby. I want my baby, baby, baby all the time.
It's basically an all-tube mono block mixer. It's a shared EQ with just a bass knob and a treble knob and a master volume control.
It's beautiful to think that all that equipment recorded the Dick Curlow stuff, the Lenny Breau, the Ricky Coyne, etc. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I see a lot of equipment that was in the event studios out in Westbrook. And I'm surprised that some of it still works, because it is very old.
Amazing stuff. The equipment is awesome. I feel gifted to get to be here and that it's up and running and that everyone shows so much support for all the stuff.
Comes with the cute little swing. Be like buying her a diamond ring. Well, I want my baby, baby, baby.
Todd has the appreciation of the, the continuum, really, is what it is. I don't want to say it's old, because it's, what's old? It's the continuum of good music.
Recording is a place and time. It's a moment. It's how you played it. It's how you felt it on that day. And there's a beauty in that.